I'm pleased to again join with faith-sharing groups from across the diocese participating in our Acts 242 program, and so participating in Eucharistic Revival. Over the past few sessions, I've shared some reflections on the Eucharist, and particularly part of our celebration of the Mass. This session, I would like to reflect upon yet another component of our Mass. More traditionally, we speak of the offertory of the Mass. More contemporaneously, we speak of the preparation of the gifts, as the entire celebration of the Mass is an offering. I'm speaking of preparing the altar and the gifts, thus the presentation of the gifts. More specifically, what we observe in this moment is the bringing of bread and wine to the altar, recalling the action of the priest and the action of Jesus at the Last Supper, where he took bread, blessed it, and gave it to them. This is my body. And likewise, he took the cup filled with wine and gave it to them to drink. This is the cup of my blood poured out for you, foreshadowing his death on the cross. Though we may be so accustomed to this repetition of the words that they might go right past us, but these words bear reflection. Blessed are you, Lord God of all creation, for through your goodness we have received the bread we offer you, fruit of the earth and work of human hands. It will become for us the bread of life. And with the chalice, blessed are you, Lord God of all creation, for through your goodness we have received the wine we offer you, fruit of the vine and work of human hands. It will become for us our spiritual drink. Fruit of the earth, fruit of the vine. These become the bread of life and our spiritual drink. A couple of points I'd like to make. Fruit of the earth and fruit of the vine. These gifts we offer are first gifts to us from God, always. With an exchange between God and humanity, God acts first. God is the giver, and we're the responder. Second point, both of these gifts of God, however, engage a human investment, work of human hands. Now, few of us have ever engaged in the growing of the wheat that becomes our bread, though we may well know about processing bread with flour and water, kneading the dough and baking the bread. Work of human hands. Few of us have ever produced wine, planting the grapevines and tending, trimming them, and harvesting the grapes. So typically, we are somewhat removed from the production of bread and particularly the wine. But even in an age of automation and massive farms, this is still the work of human hands. So these gifts are indeed representative of us. But before our bread and wine reach the altar, we do participate in the offering, in the preparation. Oh yeah, we drop an envelope or a dollar bill in the collection basket. The work of human hands in the economy of the 21st century. Our offering supports the work of the church, pays for the bread and wine, the heat and the lights. On occasion, there is a special offering for a special need of our local community or the world. The Diocese of Owensboro, after the horrific tornadoes a couple of years ago, received nearly $10 million from across the United States. Most of that money started out in a collection at Mass. Most of you know that last October, I made a pastoral visit to Nigeria. I was intrigued by their preparation of the gifts. When time came for the offering, they didn't pass a basket and collect envelopes. Everyone in the church, man, woman, and child, came forward in procession to bring their gifts. And procession, I don't mean a quiet procession, but a procession of song and dance. The song and dance, as much as the offering of any gift, in one church, the people brought produce that the church would use to feed the poor. I recall a family coming carrying a poster with a sketch of a cow, and I asked later, that family was donating a cow to feed the poor. I was kind of relieved that they didn't feel a need to bring the actual cow. Now, I'm not suggesting that this local custom should become ours, but perhaps as we drop a gift in the basket, we might remember what our gifts signify. Also in Nigeria, I visited the offices of Catholic Relief Service. This is the international charity arm of the United States Catholic Church, working in over 100 countries worldwide, always ready to mobilize in time of turmoil or violence or natural disaster. In Nigeria alone, 400 people work for Catholic Relief Services, serving the poorest of the poor. A major source of Catholic Relief Service revenue is the annual Rice Bowl initiative. In Catholic parishes during Lent, we receive a little cardboard box and make a sacrifice that we turn in during Holy Week. I urge you to get yourself a rice bowl and engage the whole family. Perhaps children can add a few coins in the box. Others can place more generous cash and checks. Thus, our preparation of the gifts can be joined to our sisters and brothers throughout the world. We are one when we receive the body and blood of Christ. We are also one when we set the table.